Are you destined to live with your disease or condition for the rest of your life? Let me answer that with an analogy. All right, so hypothetically, imagine that someone has an x-ray taken of their lungs, a picture taken of their lungs, and on this x-ray, it shows cancer. 6 months later, they take another picture of the lungs, and it's got cancer, the same type of cancer. The question is it exactly the same cancer cells? No. Over that period of 6 months, just like your normal body, cancer reacts the same way, is cells die off and then they get replaced. The question is why are these cells that are constantly getting replaced each and every day, hundreds of thousands of millions of times every single day, why is it replacing with cancerous cells instead of healthy cells? That's always going to come back to the 3 causes. Pretty much anything that goes wrong in your body is going to be drawn back to one of these 3 causes. There's a couple exceptions like genetic disorders like Down syndrome, for example. But that's not a reality for the far, far, far majority of you. So it's going to come down to these 3 lifestyle choices. So number 1 is going to be physical stress. So this is going to be slips, falls, car accidents, poor posture. You might be texting a lot, you might be on the phone a lot, you might have a physical job where you're picking things up and throwing them around. That puts physical stress on your body. Next is going to be dietary stress. Dietary meaning eating food that's full of unhealthy chemicals, eating food that inflames and irritates the body, and eating food that doesn't nourish the body. You know, food and nourishment, that's the engine, that's the oil to the engine, that's the gasoline to the car, that's what allows it to go and work properly, right? And then lastly, possibly most importantly, is going to be emotional stress, because this is a constant gnawing thing that's always eating away at you, whether it's financial, whether you're trying to pay the bills on time, you're maybe paycheck to paycheck, so that's a constant level of stress. Could be relationships, it could be any of these kind of things that happen, you know, just our day-to-day lives that affect us, because emotions, they're going to affect your hormone levels, your blood flow. It's going to take blood away from the gut, so you might have to start having a lot of digestive issues. So there's a lot of different things that happen, some very real and tangible things. Now sometimes people might say, well, come on, emotions is why I got this and this and this? Probably. So for example, let's say, you know, you're on stage, or you're not on stage, but there's a presenter on stage, and he points to you in the crowd and say, you, I want you to come up here and finish the rest of my speech. What's going to happen? Just by him saying something, an idea being in your mind of, oh crap, I got to go up on stage, your heart starts to race. Your blood pressure shoots through the roof. Cortisol hormones shoots through the roof. You know, testosterone, all these different things. You know, your stomach's going to start to get upset. The blood flow is going to get away from your gut, maybe into your arms and your legs and your hands. You know, palms are going to start getting sweaty. These are very real and obvious changes. So, of course, emotions affect the physical body. And so we, whether it's me and you, or you and your next practitioner, whoever it is, it doesn't matter who it is, address these 3 causes. And when you do, you'll notice that the cause of the cancer or whatever else your issue might be is going to naturally fall away. The body's going to begin to be able to heal itself, because now it's not replacing the cancer cells with more cancer cells, it's replacing cancer cells with healthy cells.